Hey, it's your boy Pascal.
And your girl Sandy.
And welcome back to another one. Another Real Beef with S&P.
Hey,
Wake up.
What's good, y'all?
Hey, happy Friday to every single last one of y'all. Hopefully you guys are all doing well out there, making this day a positive one and finishing out the weekend, finishing out the week strong and walking into the weekend even stronger. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Please and thank you. Crush it. All right. And of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. You know for a fact we are working hard out here in these streets to give you guys the information and the entertainment that you need for the day, the week, whenever you're watching this show. So we appreciate you coming in and being a part of the conversation. How you doing, Sandy?
I am good. It is officially December 1st, and you already know what time it is. Look,
it's the first of the month.
Has begun, that part, okay? 25 days to Christmas. We got the little mini Christmas tree up and everything.
25?
24,
really? Ain't it 24?
24 technically.
I mean, it's 24 technically, right? I mean, you know, it's
counting
it's
today.
a wrap now.
Yeah, whatever. You know,
whatever.
Look, tomato, okay? It's a coming.
Tomato.
It's a coming. Okay,
Indeed.
Look, I'm on extra festive and stuff.
I see that. Let's see the shirt.
Take a look at the shirt, y'all. See if you recognize the shirt.
Smiling is my favorite. Yes. There gotta love that. I'm here for it all day. I am here for it all day.
I'm doing well though. Okay.
Good.
Look, it's a Friday.
It is a Friday.
Thank goodness.
You know,
how are you doing on this Friday, sir?
Hey, I'm good. I'm tired. But I'm good. I'm happy the week is over. You know, I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be a busy one as usual, but we got some really great stuff coming up. So I'm looking forward to it. And actually, I'm really excited about this, that we're officially in the holiday vibe, you know?
Right.
So now everybody can stop giving me hell about having the tree up too early. I don't give a damn. I'm glad I got it out the way.
Pay attention,
you see what I'm saying?
Okay, please.
I'm glad. Oh yeah. No. I'm not losing sleep over. It's not like I'm sitting there like rocking myself to sleep going,
right.
I put up the tree too early. No, but at the same time,
look,
it's nice
that it's
up. It's and the energy has already been spent way early, so I don't have to do it anymore. You see what I'm saying?
I'm saying for all the energy that you spend though, putting the stuff up, the decorations and blah blah blah. That's how I feel. I feel like all the other holidays are so short-lived. This one you can kind of marinate on for a minute, which is great because all the effort and energy that we put into putting the tree up, and some of us have some pretty grandiose displays for Christmas. At least have it up for long enough to enjoy it. You know what I mean? For especially after all that you did to do it. So look, we're all kinds of, we've been festive. Our decorations have been literally up since our outside Christmas decorations have been up since the first week of November.
Yep.
I do it immediately after Halloween. Okay. And then the stuff in our house, has primarily been up. I mean, it's been up since way before Thanksgiving. Yeah. So I'm getting my money's worth. My time
on a real tip, I don't blame you for doing. I don't blame you for being early on that stuff, but I don't consider that early because there's Halloween and then there's Thanksgiving, and it's like, what's the point of putting up like fake stalks of corn? Like, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving? A turkey in the corner? Like some things that are brown and orange? Like for me, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, you might as well just do.
About us skipping Thanksgiving.
I know.
But people getting their feelings if they feel like you don't acknowledge Thanksgiving, which look, we acknowledge it. We do what we do on Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving's only one day.
It is only one day.
Right?
Really.
It's like day.
Num. And then really, honestly, even the event itself is not even one day. It's like 1 minute, really. It's like it's an hour and it's like, okay, cool. The food's good. Okay, bye. It's like
leftovers. That's it. We done.
Unless you were like us, our family, we do all this extra stuff. We extra, let's just be real.
Period.
But outside of that, a lot of people are like, they get the food in and they just sit there and they just marinate and they just watch TV. They're watching the game. Thanksgiving is over as soon as they cut into the chicken or cut into the turkey, which is trash. So that's why I'm like, you might as well just go hard in the paint with holiday stuff right after Halloween. F it. What's the point, man?
Christmas is a season. It's not I mean, yes, it's a day. Well, this Christmas Eve and this Christmas Day, but there's so many things. It's a whole season. That's why I always call Halloween and Thanksgiving the appetizers to Christmas. Okay.
Really?
And that's what I call the appetizers. They kind of get our juices flowing. They get us in the holiday spirit. You know what I'm saying? And they lead us into,
I can see that.
The best holiday of the year.
I can see that. But I will say this though, too. At least in my neck of the woods and with my family, we take the Halloween very seriously.
Yes, you guys are
this year not as hardcore because of the new addition to the family, but usually we take the Halloween part very, very seriously. It's the time. It's literally like you just said. It's the start of the holidays. You know what I'm saying? It's the start of holiday season. In my personal opinion, I know other people say holiday season doesn't start until November, right? But sorry. Halloween is still part of that. I'm just going to say
Halloween is the beginning of all of it, honey. The minute that weather changes and them leaves, turn color.
Yes.
And then you get that little, you know what I mean? That little brisk wind that, you already know you're going to experience even more of on Halloween when you take your kids out, because it's never warm on Halloween in our neck of the woods, okay? Ever. I think we've only had one in the last 20 years, one reasonable day where we didn't have to wear coats. But yeah, that's like the beginning of it for us, because we're all in for Halloween too, but not as much as y'all, but hardcore. We have our Halloween party every single year and all of that, the pumpkin carving party. We do all the things, but this right here is where we look. Even Tinsel and Timber are with us today. Look, you see him?
Tinsel and I see him. Yes.
Yep. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out my finger over here because the camera's reversed.
Tinsel and
so
Timber.
Yeah, so Tinsel has a little ballerina dress on because Jayla has dance tonight. So when they discovered the elves,
let me blow you up really quick. There it is.
You see a little ballerina dress.
Oh, I thought you were calling the because I didn't see the dolls, like the elves on the Santa. I thought you were calling the Santa Tinsel and Timber.
You're like, what? Who is what?
Because Timber's tree, right? Timber.
Right.
Get
True.
it? I thought you were doing something like super special or something like that.
The elves are special. If we want to say that, the elves, you know what I mean? We've been doing the elves for well over a week. I know some people start today. We've been doing it for, literally since the weekend of Thanksgiving.
So, hey, can you explain to me the elf on the shelf thing? Because I know you have like this video that you reposted that went viral last year, and it's really funny. But for those of y'all who don't know what the F is going on with this not Secret Santa, but the elf on the shelf thing, can you explain that to us really quick?
I certainly can. So basically, the elves are obviously Santa's helpers, right? And when you have, and this is only if you guys decide to do this, because it is very taxing, and you'll see why here in a second.
Yeah.
So the elves are essentially supposed to be Santa's helpers who come to your home every single day. They make an appearance every single day. And in making that appearance, they're checking on your kids, right? But when they come, they are typically staged in different scenarios, right? The whole point is for the kids to try to find them every single morning, and for you to either put them in weird spots that they might have a hard time finding them in, right? And or putting them in these fun little scenarios, okay, where you are having them one of the scenarios that I had just recently or last year was them in our sink in the kids' bathroom, and I had a little blow up flamingo flotation device. It's like a little mini one, and so one of the elves was on that. The other one was hanging from the faucet. You just find little fun things to do. Like we're gonna do some hot chocolate this weekend, so my plan is to put them in a cute little scenario of them having hot chocolate and putting the little hot chocolate stuff out, just so they think and feel that the elves know what's going on with them. So when Jayla saw that Tinsel, her elf, had a ballerina costume on, she literally was ecstatic, because she's like, oh my God, Tinsel knows I have dance class today. So it's just a fun way to engage your kids. It's supposed to be done from December 1st all the way through Christmas Day. And on Christmas Day, they are supposed to leave, right? So Christmas Day is their last appearance, and then they go away for a whole nother year. But
Interesting.
it can be made very simple or grandiose, like I do it. Like I do it like where they have real environments staged, like a full-on scene staged. But the kids have had a ball with it, and y'all, my kids are 7, so there's only so long this is going to go on. You know what I
No
mean? Before they
kidding.
realize that this is mommy doing it,
No
but
kidding. Yeah.
I'm here for it. So this
That's
year
what's
we're
up.
going big because I don't know how long they're gonna believe in stuff. Jackson's asking questions about Santa and how he looks different every time he sees him and why his beard looks messed up. But the last time he saw him, he was wearing a completely different hairstyle. And I'm like, okay, see, I'm gonna need you not to question anything. Just sit on Santa's lap and just tell him what you want for Christmas.
Yeah, just roll with it, bro.
You know what I mean?
But in regards to the the Elf on the Shelf thing, I mean, so when does the elimination process happen? When does one kid vote the other kid off the island? Does that happen?
It doesn't happen.
It doesn't. Like
it does not.
I thought they have to find.
They have to find the elves.
Find them. So like,
well, they don't. I mean, you don't have to hide them.
But do you have to hide them? But is it like a tally system where you tally it up and then the kid, whoever has found the elf more than the other one, gets voted off the island?
Oh no. Usually I keep them together when I put them out. You know what I mean? Just because usually they're finding them first thing in the morning before. So
you're not pitting the kids against each other.
Nah, we're not trying to put the twins against each other. I mean, you know what I mean? Look, first thing in the morning, they're getting up, getting ready for school.
Where's the fun in that?
I know. Look, the fun is when they're looking around for the elves because I really hide the elves. Like, you don't have to do that, but I do. So I will put them in the funniest scenarios. Last year we did something. I did something where I had them show up with reindeer poop. It was called, like, they had a little sign and it said, enjoy this reindeer poop, and the reindeer were there, right? Because they have reindeer that the elves brought them last year.
Why?
And they sleep with them every year throughout the whole year. They sleep with them until the elves show up, right? So listen,
I'm out. Why?
Get this. Get what the reindeer poop was.
It was chocolate balls or something.
Tootsie Rolls. And I had them laying out like little turds. So they have their reindeer there, okay? Because they have 2 reindeer. So they have Snowflake and they have Twinkle Toes. Those are the names of their reindeer. They sleep with them all throughout the year, okay? And those reindeer are supposed to watch over them until the elves show up in December. So they've been sleeping with their reindeer every single year. So what I did was I propped the elves up with their reindeer, their respective reindeer, and there were little turds all over their little scenario.
Well, don't they're children.
It was hilarious.
They can be a nuisance sometimes, but don't call them little turds. Okay?
Look.
Be nice. Okay.
The funny part was when they were trying to attempt to eat them. Jackson was like, can we eat these? I said, yeah, you can eat the turds. Go ahead.
Oh God. But see, okay, never mind. Then he's eating his own feces. But
it was a funny scenario. And that's the one that they remember the most. They always bring it up. They're always like, Mom, do you remember when they loved reindeer poop? I'm like,
and there's been a weird, crazy fascination with poo poo lately with your kids. And could it be the origin story of why they have this strange fascination with poo poo?
Very well be, but it also could very much be the age, because they are obsessed with so many random things, and I'm like, and I'm seeing that it's across the board age wise. So I'm like, okay, well, at least I know I'm not the only one dealing with it.
Yeah, you're not raising a
man. I tell you, I cackled when they were trying to eat these reindeer poops, these reindeer turds.
Ooh, it tastes just like chocolate.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so good, so sweet, so sweet.
That's so fucked up. Okay, but
okay, well, you already know it's a madhouse in our house. We have a lot of fun around here.
Yeah, I just figured it would be a little bit more competition, and like the Thunderdome.
They're so competitive.
I'm totally kidding.
They all know.
Totally kidding, guys.
They are the most competitive kids on the planet. So doing that would only just start fights, arguments.
No doubt.
They are so competitive, especially with each other.
Nothing wrong with that. But there is a lot of competition and some competitiveness going on right now, some pettiness going on, I think, maybe too, with this whole situation that we're here to talk about. So let's get into the conversation.
I
okay,
love
guys?
the segue. He always figures out a way to segue right up in there.
Because I know we could talk about that stuff for like 7 hours. So let's get into the conversation because I know we're not here for a long time. Let's get into the meat and potatoes because we're not here for a long time, but we're here for an informative time too. Yes. And of course, think about doing the Elf on the Shelf thing. I may do it, but that's some extra ish with the flamingo thing. It's every day, bro. It's
25 straight days. It's a lot.
I would totally forget. I would forget for like 5 days straight and go.
That's what my reel was about.
Do that thing.
That's what my reel was about. It's quite humorous, by the way.
And it's hilarious. Go check it out on her Instagram. Okay.
Instagram, Socialite Sandy. It's down below.
Go check it out. All right. Yeah. But anyway, we have got to talk about this whole situation with Jeanie Mai and Jeezy. If you've been living in a cave, living under a rock, Jeezy and Jeanie Mai are going through a divorce right now. And now it's starting to get kind of messy. Mm-hmm. Jeezy kind of started the mess. Let's keep it real. He out of nowhere said, I want a divorce. I want you to sign them papers. He said, I'm done. I'm out. Mm-hmm. No explanation. He just said irreconcilable
differences.
Irrequisites.
I
don't need
prerequisites.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying. What? Say that
irreconcilable differences.
I can't say it. But okay, here it is. I don't know. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart today.
Right.
Okay. Irreconcilable differences.
Oh, there you go.
Yay.
Come on now. There you go, bro. You got that. You got that.
Lockbox. Okay. So he said because of irreconcilable differences.
Hey, man, come on now. Second time.
It is irreparable. There's no way that they can, work their way back to a marriage ever again. No way of fixing anything. It is done. Now, we've all been wanting to know why. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it just came out of nowhere. Even Jeanie Mai has been like, why? Out of nowhere. Because let's be real, she was shook just like the rest of the world. It just came out of nowhere. We've been going into great detail about it in other past shows. Please go check those out. They're in our archives, so go check those out, okay? Because we did talk about this at great lengths. But now there's been some new information. Now, she is claiming that he cheated and also saying, I'm about to get paid because of this prenup. Now, we're going to get into that here in just a second. But the real reason why she rebutted or she spoke out recently about calling him a cheater is because Jeezy is accusing Jeanie Mai of quote unquote gatekeeping their daughter. She is basically, so for those of y'all who are like, what's gatekeeping? Well, gatekeeping basically means that she is putting herself as a barrier against Jeezy and stopping him from getting access to his own daughter. That is a big problem. Now, he's seeking legal action to implement a custody schedule because she apparently is getting petty out here, allegedly, holding the baby as ransom because she feels some type of way about how Jeezy went about his business with their relationship. So really quick, it says neighborhood, and this is from the neighborhood talk, but it says neighbors, the tea is hot. Yesterday, we reported Jeezy filed court papers to implement custody schedule for his daughter with Jeanie Mai due to Jeanie allegedly keeping their daughter away from him. Well, now she is firing back, which we will be looking at here in just a second. But he's upset that he has not gotten access to his own daughter. And, before we jump into the cheating part, which is absolutely crazy and extremely telling, one thing that's really frustrating to me about this is that we see this a lot. This is a tale as old as time. This is oldish, where we have a spouse, a disgruntled spouse, or soon to be ex, or an ex. It could be a baby mama, a baby daddy. I've seen it on so many different sides where they use the child as a power move. They will dangle that child over the parent's head where they're like, hey, I just want to see my son. I just want to see my dog. I just want to see my kid, and you won't let me see them because you feel some type of way about whatever. Because you see me with a new girl, or you feel like I didn't do enough for you in this situation. So you're going to dangle this child and give me and use it as a power move to give me hell. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that. Okay? It's messy, it's wrong, and if the kids are actually seeing that as well, that's messing up the kids' heads too. That's just something I wanted to say really quick. What are your thoughts on that, Sandy?
I mean, I agree. I hate the fact that this is happening now, because reality is, we heard little mumblings of rumors and all that kind of stuff. I'm more sad that this is now getting messy. You know what I'm saying? More than anything. I hate that now it's getting messy, and that the child is becoming, but you know what I'm saying? Like, where now some of this stuff is coming out. You know what I mean? Where now it's okay, the battle for custody. Okay. And now this child is in the midst of this. And part of the equation, or part of what, he's saying, that allegedly she's gatekeeping, right? Using their daughter, or keeping him from seeing his daughter, essentially, when, he wants to see them or whatever. And here's the thing, Jeezy and Jeanie, I always want to say the same name twice. They haven't been living in the same states, so that makes things difficult, right? When it comes to visitation, seeing, whether he's trying to get her to send Monaco out to him where he's at in Atlanta or whatever, or if he or she expects him to come to LA where she's living versus, the travel and that type of thing. And, Lord only knows. Look, it stinks. But it's also crazy that they're here now after only 2 years of marriage. Yeah. That really, and granted, they got married pretty quickly and that type of thing, but 2 years of marriage and we're already here. It's already messy. You know what I'm saying? There's already, I'm kind of shooketh about all that.
Ain't that some wildish?
It's unfortunate because, clearly they want to both be good parents. I just wished that in these types of scenarios, the child wasn't always, a part of this type of the messy part of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is a very interesting scenario, very interesting situation, because the reality is he's come out with, okay, well, she's gatekeeping, and Jeanie is insinuating and that allegedly he has been doing some other things. Now, here's the thing, and I know we're going to go into detail about that here in about 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But pay attention to how, when we read this, how she states what her thoughts are on her insinuating alleged infidelity.
Yes.
Just peep the wording.
Yeah, we're going to look at that here in just a second. And I just want to say, though, too, I mean, it's been messy, but what's the sad part, and I agree with you on this, is that now they're dragging the kid into it.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid can't even speak for themselves yet because the kid is still a baby, for crying out loud.
I hate that,
and it's really frustrating that any of this is even going down in the first place. But you're right. He says, you're gatekeeping. So she goes, oh, for real? Well, you cheated. Mm-hmm. So she says, she fires back at divorce claims, saying he's a cheater, and prenup says it'll cost him. So she's looking for the bag. And trust me, he got bags. So let's take a look at this, okay? She has responded to Jeezy's divorce petition, and she is more than insinuating that he cheated on her, and claims that will have a huge effect on their prenup and division of assets. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, Jeanie more than insinuates her estranged husband is guilty of infidelity. Her lawyer writes, wife reserves the right to amend this counterclaim to add other grounds for divorce, but which wife does not wish to specify herein at this time, in the hope that this matter can be resolved without having to disclose such conduct publicly. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. We're going to go back to that paragraph in just a second, but it gets even more pointed. Wife further shows that the court should enforce paragraph 8 of the prenuptial agreement regarding infidelity, which includes in pertinent part that in the event that either party engages in S relations, an emotional relationship, or is emotionally or sexually suggestive in communication with a third party via all forms of electronic communication, including but not limited to texting, sexting, FaceTiming, social media, and or direct messages, shall result in a significant financial penalty upon the adulterous party. In other words, she is accusing Jeezy of being unfaithful and claiming he's got to cough up a bunch of dough as a result. All right. Now, the doc doesn't say exactly who he's out here banging, talking, or seeing. Now, what's very interesting about this whole thing is that, one, she's not naming names.
Right.
She's just insinuating. She is saying that he has been guilty of infidelity. But one thing that I do think, in the 2 paragraphs we got to dissect here, okay? But the lawyer says she reserves the right to amend the counterclaim on the grounds of divorce, but which wife does not wish to specify herein at this time, in hope that this matter will be resolved without having to disclose such conduct publicly. Is she using this as blackmail in a way to get him to sway with whatever it is that she wants him to sway with? Does that make sense?
No, I can see where you're saying, that she could be just like, okay,
I know some things, but I'm not gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Let up, bro.
Because I want you to bend to my
my
will.
Let up, bro. Right? Let up on this custody stuff, bro, because I can go ahead and let the cat out the bag, and then you're gonna really have to pay.
Right.
And I find it interesting. And it goes into the specific paragraph 8, in addition to the fact that look at how much it covers, you guys. Like, if he has responded to a DM, randomly respond to a DM, that counts.
But here's the thing, though. If it's like, that's the thing, though. It's not like it's just if he responded.
Or it has to be all of
literally him talking to somebody in a sexually suggestive manner. So if he's sitting there going, "What that booty do," or "What that mouth do," or something like that, "I like them cakes," whatever it is, it has to be very damning and in black and white. It can't just be like a laugh emoji and suddenly. It can't just be a laugh emoji and it's suddenly like, oh yeah,
right. Obviously they're not going to let.
You see what I'm saying, guys?
Right. Clearly they made it's very specific, but I find it interesting how much it encompasses, right? And it should be interesting to see, like, is she gonna let the cat out of the bag? You know what I'm saying? But I do see where you're coming from when you're saying that she's trying to, like, hey, bro, this could get even messier than it is right now. You might want to let up because I know some stuff that might have you pay this heaviest F-ass penalty.
But here's the thing, though. If he's sliding in some DMs, if it's as small as that, because you got to remember, paragraph 8, okay? It says, where is it? Okay, blah, blah, blah. Relations, emotional relationship, emotionally or actually suggestive in communication with the third party. So so in other words, it's kind of like, okay, what does she have? Because it's almost like she's not even saying we're going to third base. She's saying we're playing the whole game when it comes to that situation. When it comes to that paragraph, it is the whole it's not very specific. It's the whole field. You're not talking about, oh, we're going on, center court. You're talking about the whole damn court. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so then what is it? Is it the basketball? Is it the player? Is it center court? Is it one of the hoops? You see what I'm saying? I know that's the worst analogy in the world.
No, but I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're
saying. Vague. It's extremely vague. And that could be anything. He could have been just saying, yo, to a girl. Suddenly that's suggestive. Like I said, that's very, unless she caught him with his hand in
that's
the
what I'm saying.
Jar,
and I'm sure whatever she's insinuating, he very, very much knows. Okay. There's a good chance that whatever she's insinuating, he and her have already dealt with in the past, or whatever the case may be. Or, maybe she's insinuating that she knows some stuff that he may not know that she actually knows. Right. But here's the thing. I find this interesting that the prenup is being brought into the equation all of a sudden now. Right. From the beginning, when we were covering the story, I said that prenup was going to come up for show. And the way that things were going down, I was like, she's going to go and do something and follow through with something in that prenup to possibly penalize him in some way financially. From the jump, I said it, and here we are now, right? So it should be interesting to see if he lets up. My thing is, this is foul too, because what do you want Jeezy to do? Like, do you want him to just adhere to whatever schedule you want for yourself and Monaco that will work for you, and that's it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, there's still a child that's in the middle of all of this. So for me, I'm just like, well, damn, you don't want him to see, you know what I'm saying? You don't want him to spend time with his daughter. You know what I mean? If he's willing to, he's going above and beyond to, and he's got other kids. He's got 4 kids total. So he wants to continuously build his relationship with his daughter. He should be allowed to. My thing is, what kind of schedule are you trying to get that you're not a fan of, you know what I'm saying, with what he's trying to pursue? I don't know. And it could very well be part of it being, because this kind of makes it a little muddy, is because the fact that they're in 2 completely different states. So maybe she's not comfortable with the travel back and forth, or him, having her in Atlanta and her being in LA. But at the end of the day, that is that child's father. Okay. And you should be happy that he wants to very much be a part of that child's life. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I really just think that it's really extreme.
Yeah.
Just because he wants to see his kid. Hear me out. What I mean by this is he is going, hey, you are gatekeeping. You're holding my child back from me. You're withholding my opportunity to see my own child so I can have my father-daughter relationship and keep cultivating that kind of relationship with my child. And her response is, I know you cheated. I'm just kind of like, okay, if that's a rebuttal to that's really damn extreme. She, in other words, played her best card right off the bat. You see what I'm saying? She showed all her cards. Blap, I got this. And it's like, so are you that mad because I'm sitting here saying that I'm trying to see my child?
That's what I'm saying. One really doesn't have anything to do, per se,
with the other.
You see what I'm saying? It's one thing if he wants to see his daughter, but he's always been a deadbeat dad. Then you come back with, but he's never been a part of her life anyway. So why would I, you know what I mean? Why would I adhere to the schedule that he wants to adhere to, or he wants to do? You know what I mean? Like, you come back with something that's kind of a level situation. They're in the same space, right? But he wants to see his daughter. Clearly, he wants to have a schedule of sorts with Jeanie, right? And Monaco. And then she comes back with this.
I don't know. It like I said, it feels like oranges, this. Man. It feels like something else, because you got to remember. He filed for divorce out of nowhere. Shook the culture and even shook her. The easiest thing she could have said right after he said, I want a divorce, is, well, guess what? You cheated, so I'm going to get paid. She could have easily said that at that moment, but she didn't. So now why is she playing this card now? It doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
That part.
She had plenty, because she was so brokenhearted at that time. She could have easily said, I know you done cheated and I got proof, and you gonna give me monies. That's it.
But remember, when he filed, she was on this, I'm hoping we can work out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
unless he found out at the last minute. Unless he found out recently.
She's had time to sit on it. He's standing in that. He really does want a divorce. This really is happening. All right. So, okay, then we're going there. Because before, when he filed, it was, oh my God, I was blindsided. Oh my God, I just want us to work out. Oh my God, we're going to try it. We're going to handle this privately. We just want to, you know what I mean? We're going to see what happens. But word on the street was that she actually wanted them to work out, to try to see if they could work this out. Meanwhile, word on the street was that he was done at that. Like, there was no room for reconciliation at all whatsoever. So I find it funny that now it's happening, right? Clearly she knows they're going for the D. They're doing the whole full divorce thing. And now this. So it's almost like, well, let me see if this motherfucker's going to work this out with me or whatever. Because clearly she wanted him back originally when he filed, right? Allegedly. Okay. But she took that little prenup and put that little in her back pocket for safekeeping. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? Like, I'm going to see if we work this out. We're going to see what happens. But I'm always going to have that in my back pocket. God forbid he tries to do something I don't want him to do. You feel
trying
me?
to get slick.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting because even after all that, he went on that interview with Nia
Long.
Nia Long.
Mm-hmm.
Is sitting there saying black men don't cheat. Well, he said N-words don't cheat.
Real,
real N-words don't cheat. Okay.
Right.
He said all these things, and then now these claims are coming out. And these are pretty big claims, especially when you have a prenup in play.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's clauses in the prenup that specifically say these things, he could be coughing up a crap ton of money, and she about to get minted, y'all.
Yep.
So I mean, we'll see what happens here, but it's very interesting how everything's going. This has been very, very messy. But as the world turns.
Oh my God, you brought back an old school memory.
Yes, we did. Okay.
My God.
Or after the love is gone. That's what we're talking about here, guys. Yes.
Let us know if you know that song, y'all. Comment below.
After the love is gone.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that so long.
Great song. Wow. Great song. Okay. But guys, it's time to get going. But we wanted to give you guys a brief, quick one, some updates that just broke literally this morning. But if you appreciate the conversation and the updates and Elf on a Shelf, please hit that like button down below. Okay. That'd be greatly appreciated. Of course, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Your boy and your girl working hard out here in these streets. I can't even talk. I can't say irreconcilable. I can't say it today. I'm like irreconcilable. I don't know why, but today is one of those days. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday. You're allowed to do that on Friday.
Whatever. It's a Friday. Okay.
You just need a cocktail later. That's all you need. A little cocktail later on. That's all.
Yeah. I'll be fine after that. Okay. R.I.P. to Dad. We love you. Okay. We miss you. Yesterday was his anniversary, of his passing. I mean, so we miss you. We love you. There he is.
It's always right in front of you.
There's Pops. Yeah, that's Pops. Yeah, I mean, I got his. I can't show it, but I have his name thing here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's always here, and I got his photo over there too.
He's on each side of my desk.
Yes. But guys, we appreciate all y'all for being here. Okay. Much love to you guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Okay. As the world turns, we will give you guys more information. Okay.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Much love to you guys.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Bye.